we are going to study about the oogenesis. As per we have seen in the spermatogenesis, that was the formation of the sperm. So in this one we are going to study about the formation of ovum. Okay, in oogenesis. The basic difference, student, it will be very strange, and it is a fact also to know that in the male the formation of sperm takes place after a particular age, that is a teenage, or we can say a particular male gets matured. After that only the formation of sperm takes place. But in female what happens, before the birth itself, when there is a development of ovary, within the ovary the thousands of eggs are formed before the birth itself. Okay, but the difference is that that is not mature. It gets mature after a particular age, that is the teenage, you know very well, where an individual female gets completely matured. Okay, so in that case each of the egg cell will get mature now and will turn over in the form of ovum and is released in every month. There is an alternative formation. We are knowing that pair of ovary is present, so one ovum is released from one ovary in the month, and in the next month the ovum is released from the another ovary. So this is an alternative process. Okay, the release of ovum, this process is known as the menstrual cycle also. Alright, and the formation is known as the formation of ovum from the egg cell. It is known as the oogenesis. Okay, now what the ovary contains? Ovary contains so many materials or the cells within that, but basically we will discuss about the blood vessels and germinal epithelial cell here. Blood vessels and germinal epithelial cell. Okay, so germinal epithelial cell also can be said as the germ cell. So cell undergoes mitotic division to form so many cells, so many germ cells. I am talking about only single, but so many germ cells will undergo this type of division. Okay, but among them only one will undergo such division. Germ cell will undergo mitotic division to form so many number of cells, that is known as oogonia. This is the mitotic division. Now next is the growth phase. Oogonia will grow in size to form primary oocyte. Okay, primary oocyte is formed. Then next phase, this was the growth phase. We can say growth phase was from here to here, till here. Till here it was mitosis phase. Okay. Now next we will see meiosis phase. Two meiosis take place. So meiosis phase, primary oocytes undergo first meiotic body, and it will form secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte will go second meiotic and will form polar body plus ovum. Okay, student, we will understand what is this polar body and ovum in the next block. Okay, student, now we are going to study about the development of ova in ovary. How this, we have seen mitosis phase, growth phase and meiosis phase, how the formation of ovum take place. That were the phases, but now let us go in detail. Along with that, some more processes taking place. That is, although it is taking place, but along with that some more processes are there, which is very essential, and this question arises in the board exam also, and this topic is related with the menstrual cycle, so please pay attention carefully. What happens? Development of ova and ovary. We are knowing that germ cells undergoes mitosis to form oogonia, and this oogonia, some of oogonia grows in size to form primary spermatocytes, right? Primary spermatocytes. So what happens? We'll start from here only. Now development, how it takes place. Primary spermatocytes, some, not all. So some primary spermatocytes surrounded by number of cells. These cells are known as granulosa cell, follicular cells. Suppose it is a primary oocyte. Suppose this is a primary oocyte. Then what will happen? This gets surrounded by the number of cells. Okay. These are those cells which do not grow in size and remains constant. So this cell will surround the primary oocyte. Student, this is primary oocyte. So this structure is known as primary follicular structure. Follicular structure. Okay, we can see the primary follicular or granulosa cells surrounding the primary oocyte. So this structure is known as the primary follicular structure. Now what happens at the next? This, as per the primary spermatocytes grows, metocytes grows in size. More number of granulosa cell surrounds the primary oocyte. We can see more layer or number of cells. Suppose it is a primary oocyte which is growing. We are knowing that the first layer is the granulosa cells, and this was known as a primary follicular structure. But now more number of granulosa cell is surrounding the primary oocyte, and the structure appears to be like this, and this is known as the secondary follicular structure. This was the primary follicular structure. This is the secondary follicular structure. We can see more layer of granulosa cells covering this primary oocyte, which is growing in size and which is getting matured for the further process. So this complete structure will be known as the secondary follicular. Student, we can see here the secondary follicular structure. So there are some names here. We can see more layers of number of granulosa cells or follicular cells. So this is known as the new theca. And we can see the space here between the granulosa cell, space is there. So that space is filled by this space is filled by the follicular fluids. Okay, in the secondary follicular structure we could see here the spaces which is there, that space is filled with the follicular fluids, and this new layer which is formed, that is known as the new theca of the granulosa cells. Next, student, we will see that as soon as the secondary follicular structure is formed, more number of granulosa cells surrounds the primary oocyte, covers the primary oocytes, and this will form tertiary structure, follicular structure. What happens in the tertiary follicular structure? We could see the more number of granulosa cells surrounding the primary oocytes, which will form the tertiary follicular structure. So what happens, student, here? All the fluids we can see the fluids present in the mid gets heavy and gets accumulated on one side. That will get accumulated in one side, and the cells will get arranged in one side. Because what happens? The fluids substance is placed between the cells. So what will happen at a particular stage, that will become heavy and will accumulate over one side, and the cells will get arranged on the one side. So this structure is known as the antrum. You could see here primary oocyte is here. What will happen? The cells will get arranged in the one side, the cells we could see that will get arranged in one side like this. Because of the heaviness of the fluid gets moved towards one side in this manner, and this structure is known as this is the fluid, student, which gets accumulated in the one side, and these are the granulosa cells which get accumulated here, and this structure is known as the antrum. Okay, the antrum is formed, student. That complete set of structure will be known as the Graafian follicular structure. Okay, that is the Graafian follicular structure. Next we will see the granulosa layers. We are knowing that more and more number of granulosa cells is covering the primary oocyte. So those granulosa cells will form the two layers of cells, and this two layers which is formed, that is the inner one will be known as the interna and outer will be known as the externa. Two layers is arranged by this granulosa cells as it is surrounding. The primary oocyte within the tertiary follicular structure undergoes first. At the same time, as per the number of granulosa cells is increasing, the primary oocytes will undergo the first meiotic division, and we are knowing that after the first meiotic division, secondary oocyte is being formed. As the secondary oocyte is formed, on the another side, a polar body is formed, and that tiny polar body will degenerate after some time. Okay, so we could see here the primary oocyte within the tertiary follicular structure undergoes first meiotic division, forming, that is the large secondary oocyte, and another is a tiny first polar body. This will degenerate after that because this is going to function further. So division will take place in this one. Student, as we have seen that the Graafian follicular structure, that is a complete set, and we have also seen that how the primary oocytes will undergo secondary oocyte, forming the secondary oocyte. Okay, so now further what we are going to see that Graafian follicle projects on the surface of the ovary. We will see the structure of the ovary, then it is present on the surface side. Okay, at this phase. So surface of the ovary, because of its large size, the secondary oocyte forms a new structure called zona pellucida region. We can see here the primary structure, primary oocytes undergo this division, that is the first meiotic division, and forming the secondary oocyte. As soon as the secondary oocyte is formed here, a new layer is formed that is known as the zona pellucida region. Okay, we can see here secondary oocyte is formed, and surrounding that one more region is formed, that is zona pellucida region. You can see the antrum structure here, granulosa follicular cells surrounding it is the follicular fluid which gets accumulated over here, and this whole structure is known as the Graafian follicular structure. Some more changes are there, we will see right now. As soon as the zona pellucida region is formed, we are knowing that the secondary structure is formed, then there is a changes occurring, and the secondary oocyte is surrounded by a protective layer, that is the zona pellucida region. So as soon as the zona pellucida is formed, secondary oocyte undergoes the second meiosis to form the ova. This is the final stage where the ovum is formed. Along with the ovum, the polar bodies are formed. Student, if you do remember, in this spermatogenesis, all the cells were forming the sperm. But here we can see that all the cells are not forming the ovum, but they are forming the polar body, because I have told you in a month only one ovum is formed, and along with that the this polar body which is formed, that gets degenerated, because it is a natural phenomenon where the ovum has to be formed only single in 1 month. Okay, therefore only one cell is formed which is known as the ova, and another polar body is formed that will degenerate. So secondary oocyte undergoes the meiosis second, then ova is formed and polar body which will degenerate. This ova gets released from the ovary. How it will get released from the ovary? First it has to get released from the Graafian follicle, and then only it will be coming out of the ovary or released from the ovary. How it will come out of the Graafian follicle? By rupturing the granulosa cells. Okay, ova gets released from the ovary by rupturing the follicular cells. It will be far better to write here follicle by rupturing the follicular cells, and in capture by the fimbriae, and is captured. Finally it gets captured, it will release from the ovary, and fimbriae, which is a finger-like projection near the ovary, will capture that and the ova will release towards the fallopian tube. Okay. Student, we can see the structure of a ovary here, how the development of the grafting follicle is taking place or the formation of the ova is taking place. Primary follicular structure we can see, then this is the secondary follicular structure. Finally, grafting follicular structure is there with the secondary oocyte. Okay, now finally the secondary oocyte will undergo division to form the ova, and this ova will release by rupturing this grafting follicular structure, or we can say this granulosa cells will get ruptured, and finally this ovum is released. You can see how this ovum is released, and the next structure of membrane is present here, that is a hand-like structure which will uphold this and take it towards the fallopian tube side. After the rupturing, we have, if we have, suppose we can take a common example of an egg. If the egg is burst, then a yellow fluid ejects out, right? When we rupture the egg, when we are rupturing an egg, then the yellow color fluid will appear in that. We are knowing that is a yellow. So similarly, when this granulosa cells get ruptured, a yellow colored body gets secreted here. This granulosa cells gets destroyed, get ruptured, then the yellow color body is formed, and that is known as the corpus